Hello, Golden State Warriors fan! We're back with special content bringing you the latest and hottest news about our team. Before we start, leave your like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any daily updates about the Warriors universe. Ready? Let's dive into the news. Currently, the Golden State Warriors are going through a phase of uncertainty. Even occupying the fifth position in the highly competitive Western Conference, recent events raise questions about the team's future this season. One of the most concerning moments was the collapse against the Houston Rockets in the NBA Cup quarterfinals. The loss exposed a worrying fragility in the team's performance, which has struggled to maintain consistency. The Warriors, known for their offensive strength led by Stephen Curry, are facing challenges to sustain this pace. Although their stars continue to shine in crucial moments, the team feels the need for an offensive reinforcement that can offer stability and relieve the load on its key players. But what would be the best approach? Should the Warriors aim for a high-caliber player or look for more affordable solutions in the trade market? Rumors indicate that Warriors general manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. is exploring options to strengthen the roster. However, expectations must be adjusted, as pulling off a major trade during the season is always a challenge, especially due to the complexity of the team's salary cap. There is speculation about interest in players like Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. Despite being one of the league's big names, a trade of this magnitude would require a significant commitment of the team's future resources. Therefore, a more practical alternative might be to aim for reinforcements that have an immediate impact but don't require a complete overhaul of the current structure. One of the options gaining traction recently involves the Brooklyn Nets. The team has drawn attention for its solid performance under head coach Jordi Fernandez. With a surprising start to the season and a record of 10 wins and 4 losses, the Nets have shown they are more than just a competitive team. They can be strategic trade partners. Among the floated names, Dennis Schroeder stands out as a possible target. The German point guard, known for his defensive ability and capacity to organize the offense, is in the final year of his contract, which makes him an interesting trade asset. At 31 years old, Dennis Schroeder may not be the explosive offensive piece many envision for the Warriors, but he brings qualities the team desperately needs. With averages of 18.6 points per game, accompanied by 6.5 assists, he offers a valuable combination of experience, energy, and versatility. Furthermore, his presence could relieve the load on Stephen Curry, allowing the star to have more rest during games. This would be crucial to preserve Curry, especially in a long and challenging season. Another benefit would be the impact on the development of the young players on the roster, such as Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski. With Schroeder on the team, these emerging talents would have more room to grow without feeling so much pressure. The negotiations, however, present challenges. The Brooklyn Nets are asking for a first-round pick to release Schroeder, but experts believe he could be acquired for 2 or 3 second-round picks, something the Warriors might consider. Now let's talk about a rumor that has shaken the NBA community. There is a possibility of a trade between the Memphis Grizzlies and Golden State Warriors involving none other than Morant, one of the league's most promising stars. Morant, known for his explosive energy and skills as a point guard, would be an immediate impact reinforcement for the Warriors. His ability to score and create plays would be the perfect complement to the team's elite shooters, like Curry. However, bringing Morant to the Bay Area wouldn't be an easy task. Memphis would likely demand a series of assets in return, including young players and draft picks. Additionally, the financial aspect would further complicate the negotiation, as the Warriors already have one of the highest payrolls in the league. But what if the deal happens? What would be the impacts of Morant on the Golden State Warriors? At 24 years old, Morant is one of the most electrifying players in the NBA. His ability to change direction, speed, and explosiveness on offense is something rare. Additionally, his court vision and ability to find teammates in good positions make him one of the best facilitators in the league. If integrated into the Warriors system, Morant could take the offense to a new level. The combination of his creativity with Curry and Thompson's long-range shooting ability would make the team virtually unstoppable on offense. Defensively, Morant also has much to offer. Although not a dominant defender, his agility and ability to pressure opponents make him a valuable piece in the Warriors' defensive system, which is already known for its intensity. Despite the exciting potential, there are significant risks associated with Morant. Off the court, he has faced a series of legal issues and suspensions, which may raise concerns for the Warriors' front office. Additionally, balancing the current core of the team with the arrival of a star like Morant would be a challenge. The team's chemistry, which is one of the Golden State's hallmarks, could be impacted. Now that we've presented two main options for the Warriors, a conservative move like acquiring Dennis Schroeder or a bold gamble on Ja Morant, it's time to analyze the pros and cons of each approach in greater detail. Opting for Schroeder would be a low-risk move. The German point guard offers an important combination of skills that address the Warriors' needs: solid defense, offensive organization, and energy on the court. Pros: experience and versatility. Schroeder has played for several competitive teams, such as the Los Angeles Lakers and Toronto Raptors, and knows how to handle pressure. Immediate impact. He would join the team without requiring a long adaptation period. Low cost. A trade for Schroeder would likely involve second-round picks, preserving important future assets for the franchise. Development of young players. His presence would give Kuminga, Moody, and Podziemski more time to develop without bearing the weight of responsibility in decisive games. Cons. Offensive limitations. Schroeder is not a great scorer and may not be the piece capable of drastically changing the team's dynamics. Short term. As he is in the final year of his contract, he would only be a temporary solution. On the other hand, bringing in Ja Morant would be a risky move, but one that could revolutionize the Warriors' future. A young, dynamic, and explosive player, Morant has the potential to form a legendary duo with Stephen Curry and eventually take over as the franchise's leader. Pros: generational talent. Morant is a star with unlimited potential, capable of changing any team's destiny. New offensive dynamic. His ability to drive and create would open new dimensions for the Warriors' offense, making Curry and Thompson's shots even easier. Youth and future. At 24 years old, Morant could become the face of the franchise in the post-Curry era, ensuring competitiveness for many years. Cons. High cost. Memphis would demand a hefty package, including young talent and draft picks. This could compromise the Warriors' future. Off-court issues. Morant's behavioral concerns represent a risk, something the franchise would have to manage carefully. Adaptation and chemistry. Integrating such a dominant player into an established system could take time and does not guarantee immediate success. The dilemma between a practical and safe move versus a bold gamble summarizes the Warriors' current moment. The front office will need to weigh short-term impact against long-term needs to make the best decision. Regardless of the choice, the Warriors' veterans like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green will play a fundamental role in the process. They are the backbone of the team, and their influence will be crucial for the success of any new acquisition. Curry remains the heart of the Warriors. Even at 36 years old, he demonstrates a level of excellence rarely seen in the NBA. His lethal shooting and inspiring leadership keep the Warriors competitive, but he needs help. The arrival of a reinforcement like Schroeder or Morant would ease his load and allow him to focus even more on what he does best, dismantling defenses with his long-range precision. Draymond remains the glue that keeps the Warriors' defensive system functioning. He could help integrate any new player into the team's tactical system, whether Schroeder with his defensive intensity or Morant with his offensive explosiveness. Another crucial factor in this equation is the development of the Warriors' young talents. Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Brandon Podziemski represent the future of the franchise, and any move must be made carefully to avoid compromising these players' growth. Jonathan Kuminga. His development has been promising, especially as a versatile defender and transition finisher. A point guard like Schroeder could help him find more offensive opportunities, while Morant could open space with his driving ability. Moses Moody. An up-and-coming shooter, Moody needs consistency and minutes on the court. Reinforcing the team with an efficient facilitator would guarantee him more opportunities in favorable situations. Brandon Podziemski. The rookie has surprised with his maturity and basketball IQ. His ability to contribute in multiple areas of the game makes him a valuable piece in the roster. The arrival of a veteran like Schroeder or a star like Morant could accelerate his development, providing a competitive and learning environment. If the Warriors decide to make a bold move for Ja Morant, the impact would be felt across the NBA. Pairing Morant with Curry, Thompson, and Green would create a new offensive dynasty in the Western Conference, forcing rival teams to rethink their strategies. A more modest trade for Schroeder, on the other hand, would keep the Warriors competitive without causing such a drastic transformation in the current league landscape. Denver Nuggets. The current champions would have to contend with an even stronger and more motivated Golden State, Phoenix Suns, and Los Angeles Lakers. Both teams already have major stars and would be even more pressured to respond to a potential Warriors reinforcement. Memphis Grizzlies. If Morant truly leaves, the Grizzlies would enter a rebuilding phase, opening room for other teams to compete at the top of the West. With the trade window approaching, all eyes will be on the Golden State Warriors' moves. Will the franchise opt for a safe and practical reinforcement like Dennis Schroeder, or will it dare to pursue a star like Ja Morant? What is certain is that the front office must act quickly and intelligently. The West is more competitive than ever, and any misstep could compromise their title. Here is the complete translation into English without alterations. The Golden State Warriors' decisions this season do not depend solely on the players on the court, but also on the strategic vision of their management, led by Mike Dunleavy Jr. As the new general manager, he faces the challenge of balancing the team's immediate needs with the franchise's future. Dunleavy took on the role with high expectations, especially considering the legacy of his predecessor Bob Myers, who built the Warriors dynasty. So far, Dunleavy has shown a cautious approach, but the pressure to act grows as the team struggles for consistency in the Western Conference. He has already made promising moves, such as renewing Draymond Green's contract, but the next step will be crucial. Opting for a short-term reinforcement like Schroeder or risking a blockbuster trade for Morant will be the ultimate test of his leadership abilities. Since Stephen Curry's rise, the Warriors' philosophy has been clear: bet on ball movement, team play, and strong defense. This approach worked during their championship years, but the challenge now is adapting this philosophy to a league that is becoming increasingly dynamic and unpredictable. Whatever path is chosen, the goal must be to keep the team's identity intact. Bringing in a player who fits the Warriors' system and culture will be essential to avoid roster misalignment. A question often overlooked by fans but crucial to the Warriors' moves is the impact of the salary cap. Golden State already has one of the highest payrolls in the NBA, thanks to the contracts of its stars. Why does this matter? The NBA has strict salary cap rules, and any move needs to be carefully planned to avoid financial penalties. For example, adding a player like Ja Morant would require substantial payroll adjustments, possibly involving the departure of key players. Possible options: strategic trades. Sending players with large contracts like Andrew Wiggins could be a solution, but this would also carry risks. In the case of Dennis Schroeder, the impact would be much smaller, as he is in the final year of his contract and has a relatively low salary. The Warriors are not just a basketball team, they are a global community with one of the most passionate fan bases in the league. And in moments of uncertainty, the opinion of the fans matters. Fans have always played an active role in shaping the team's narrative, whether by supporting bold decisions or calling for changes. Now, with rumors surrounding Schroeder and Morant, the Dub Nation's expectations are higher than ever. Many believe that a bold move like bringing in Morant would signal that the Warriors are still committed to fighting for championships. Others prefer a more conservative approach that ensures competitiveness without compromising the future. Fan energy also directly affects player performance. The Chase Center is known for its electric atmosphere, and any new addition would immediately feel the Dub Nation's unconditional support. To understand why the Warriors are considering these changes, it's important to look at the current Western Conference landscape. Teams like the Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and Los Angeles Lakers continue to dominate the conference, each with stars in top form. To compete with them, the Warriors must find ways to balance experience and youth. Furthermore, teams like the Minnesota Timberwolves and Sacramento Kings have shown significant progress, putting even more pressure on traditional teams like Golden State. Regardless of the decision they make, the Warriors' immediate future will depend on several factors. Curry's consistency. He needs to stay healthy and perform at a high level. Development of young players. Players like Kuminga and Moody must take a step forward. Reinforcements. Whether it's Schroeder, Morant, or another name, the team needs help to complement its core. Defense. Historically, the Warriors have won championships with solid defense, something that needs to become a priority again. With the trade window approaching, here are some possible scenarios. Trade for Schroeder or another player with immediate impact but without drastic changes. This option would ensure competitiveness without risking future assets. Pursue Ja Morant, a risky move that could turn the Warriors into title contenders again. This trade would require patience, as roster adjustments would be necessary. Maintain the current roster and rely on the core to adjust during the season. The Golden State Warriors are at a crossroads. The decisions made now will have implications not just for this season, but for the future of the franchise. With Stephen Curry still playing at an MVP level, the team cannot afford to waste opportunities. At the same time, it is essential to protect future assets and ensure that the post-Curry transition is successful. What do you think the Warriors should do? Leave your opinion in the comments and continue following our updates. Rest assured that regardless of the decision, it will be an exciting season for Dub Nation fans.